In their quest to give justice to those who cannot afford to pay for it, the Legal Aid Board Sierra Leone lawyers are working round the clock to execute their bidding. These are the offices of the board and 26 of the Bar Association, with the help of the clients, are doing it.
My favourite thing about being a kid is playing video games, reading and learning.
My favourite thing about being a kid is that everyone's nice to you.
My favourite thing about being a kid is that you get heaps of presents at Christmas.
My favourite thing about being a kid is I get more of an opportunity to get away with things.
While presents and video games are pretty great, some of the best things about being a kid in this country are probably the things you don't even think about, like getting the chance to muck around, to learn, to eat and drink when you need, and to be safe and healthy. Those are rights that kids in some other parts of the world only dream of having. In some places, kids are forced to fight or live in a war zone. Some have to work instead of going to school, and others don't even have the basics like food, clean water and medicine to take when they're sick.
Every child shall enjoy the following rights.
These situations are against what most people believe being a kid is all about. So much so that in 1989, the United Nations, made up of nearly all the countries in the world, created a rule book of things every kid deserves, no matter where they live. It's called the Convention on the Rights of the Child. It's made up of 42 different rights, including the right to play, the right to be heard, the right to food, clean water, healthcare, clothing and shelter, the right to be protected from war, violence and mistreatment, and the right to an education. Another right that you might not realise you have is the right to reliable information from the media. That's in books or newspapers, on the internet, radio or TV. The United Nations says every kid should have access to these things so they can learn about their world. They should explain things to you in a way that you can understand, and they shouldn't show you or tell you bad things that could be harmful to you. In fact, that's part of the reason the show you're watching right now even exists. But there are plenty of kids who don't have access to anything like BTN. In some countries, kids can't rely on the media to tell the truth. That's because some governments manipulate it to hide things they don't like or change things to make them look better. In some poor countries or remote areas, kids even grow up without the internet, TV or books to learn from at all. Many organisations are now working to change that, either by giving kids better access to the internet so they can get reliable information.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to live on a sunny Brazilian island?
Or by giving kids news and information they can easily understand.
Their lives are very different from mainland kids.
The hope is that one day all kids will be free to learn about the world around them. It may not be as fun as the right to presents or video games, but it's much, much more important.
Child and witness protection. Child and witness protection. The children of Sierra Leone, the future of tomorrow. Legal Aid Board, if we have to praise ourselves, we think we've been doing a wonderful job. But we have not yet completed everything. So tonight or today, we'll look at the situation of children. Protection of children. Children have to be protected whether they are victims. They have to be protected also if they are witnesses. They can be in two situations, victims or when they go to the box to testify. And we all know that for many years, children were not given the rights that they deserve. But over the years, successive governments have now given them a lot of protection, legal protection now. We have the Child Rights Act, we have the former Cap 34, and we are also signatory to certain international human rights treaties concerning children. children are vulnerable. They're not like us. They have not reached that age of maturity and understanding. So we have to protect them. Now there is a Child Rights Act, 207. There's a lot of rights there. We have to look at this act. Very important. In the past, people complained, but we are also signatories to some international treaties. Very important. They are also, as I say, come and testify. Some countries, they don't allow them to come to court. They put them behind a screen. Sometimes they put them behind a screen. Or you have what is called video conferencing now. They can keep them somewhere and you just see or hear their voice. Or at times they protect them by not giving their names or not giving their addresses. Nowadays, especially with cases concerning terrorism abroad, they don't even give names, they don't give address. Mr. X or Child X address. So these are all forms of protection.
I am landing on Mars. Whee! Pew, 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 pew. I am coming to invade and you cannot stop me.
Hello? Is that my brother Jack? Or have the robots taken over again?
Ruby, I am going to shrink you with my shrink wrap.
You can't do that. It's against my rights.
Right? Well, what if I use my left hand?
No, Jack. Rights aren't about right or left hands. We learnt about it at school today. Rights are things people need to live a full life.
You mean full like after you eat too much birthday cake?
No, silly. A full life means being able to be happy and healthy. Like having healthy food, not having to drink water with yucky stuff in it.
Why would you drink water with yucky stuff in it?
In some places, it's hard to find clean water. And if you drink the yucky water, it might make you sick. And if you can't go to the doctor, you might die.
Hey, that's not fair.
Exactly. Every child around the world has the right to live a safe, healthy life, no matter who they are, where they grew up, or what they believe, or anything like that.
You mean like believing in robots?
Well, I don't know about robots. Beliefs are different to imaginary games. You know my friend Charlie. His family believe in something called the dream time.
Dream time? You mean like when you go to sleep?
No, silly. Dreamtime is their beliefs about the land and how it was created. Charlie's family have the right to believe in that, and we need to respect other people's beliefs.
Does respect include teasing? Because sometimes other kids tease me about my robot suit.
Yes, teasing is not kind, and kids have the right to be protected and treated fairly.
So you can't tease me if I believe a giant robot protects me?
Well, our rights are also protected by our parents and the government, you know.
That doesn't sound as cool.
It's really cool. All the governments around the world have made a special agreement to protect children, and they wrote it all down. It's called the Convention on the Rights of the Child.
The what?
The Convention on the Rights of a Child. A convention is like a promise. It's a good thing. It means that adults make sure we are free to be healthy, play, and get to go to school.
Go to school. I think I like the sound of these rights. And right now, I'm going to use my right to play.
Legal Aid Board number 1 client na pikin dem. Legal Aid Board they give pikin dem free legal aid. We no get for even check if then they work or they not they work because we know say they not they work. we dey give them legal aid, we not even look behind. The executive director say we suppose for protect pikin dem. He been talk this na the workshop for pikin dem where we been do with UNICEF. He say na one serious thing na the country that for protect pikin dem. Mrs. Carlton Ansel say legal aid board dey work and protect pikin dem every day. Son, na way legal aid can make them papa dem support them. Some na way legal aid can help them at police station. Some na way the legal aid can help them at court. Same way so, where them can sentence some pikin dem. Where the sentence can high too much, legal aid board can appeal for them. Legal aid board can help them forget good treatment even where they na dems and where they na approved school. Legal aid board and UNICEF been get this workshop where then tinap tranga one for know how for tinap for picking them. The word where they pan tap na this workshop na you for protect pikin and witness. You for protect pikin and witness. Pikin paupa you for protect them. Witness paupa you for protect them. Because witness na inge for can talk wetin he see. Na inge for can talk wetin happen. Pikin on innocent, pikin no get sense. So you just get for protect them. Take a car up. Yes. Where it big, it go get sense. Mrs. Carlton Ansel say legal aid board not agree make them treat pikin with violence or abuse them or even traffic them. Mrs. Carlton Ansel say pikin na the people them where they can able do bad easy one because they no get sense. Wait man can say he vulnerable. But he say legal aid board no go see them. Full and full foot they see salon pikin they suffer. Now legal aid board duty for protect pikin them. So you we just come we no know but how we they protect we pikin them. The act they we protect pikin them.
As legal aid board, one of our clients are children. Children are automatically entitled to legal aid because children are not in the working class or in the retired class. Their rights are to be protected, and as we sit here, we are giving and continue to give legal aid to thousands of children in Sierra Leone. And today we are happy that we are looking at the theme of the workshop on child and witness protection in Sierra Leone. Children and witness protection in Sierra Leone. You will all agree with me that the issue of child protection is a very serious one. In legal aid board offices across the country and in the courts, we come across children who we represent every day. Either we handle children in the civil way by way of maintenance, or children caught up in conflicts with families, or children in conflict with the law, or children who are battered, children who find their way to our offices and complain about lack of responsibility on the part of their guardians. Children who we come across at the approved school, which is the jail for juveniles. Children who we come across at the remand home in Freetown and Pole. They are the most vulnerable. They will continue to be the most vulnerable. And the issue of violence and exploitation and abuse against children is a serious one. Of course, we have to look at issues which pertain to their exploitation, which pertain to either trafficking or mutilation and abuse in various forms. And as Legal Aid Board, we have brought all of you together courtesy of UNICEF from across the country. Hopefully, this is going to be a training of trainers. When you come from this training, the material which you are going to be using, those material will be handed over to you so that when you go back, you are not only going to limit it to training other Legal Aid Board staff in the respective offices in the districts and regions, because Legal Aid Board is nationwide, but you will also use it in your community programming. This is why we have the program managers, we have the outreach people, some of them here, and we have some of those who are doing media and those who are working in the field. It's a cross-section. I am hopeful that by the time we do the 2 days training, for those of you especially handling children, you will be able to help them more as you deliver services. We are going to also be training the lawyers who handle children, so they look out for children in trials, in the courts, in the jails, and then for telltale signs. What I want to say is that we have a duty to protect children. And as I sit here in the juvenile home alone, in the approach school, Legal Aid Board has been doing a lot of work, especially in the last week and a half. As now in the remand home, this is the reality. And this is why this workshop is timely. There are 32 inmates at approach school. There is a girl who is there on the charge of manslaughter, but the year she should serve is 25 years imprisonment. And the essence of looking at juvenile justice and the essence of looking at children in conflict in the law is more or less not a punitive aspect, but a reformatory aspect. How we can reform, because to begin with, they are children. They are juveniles. They have not become adults. They still need to be cared for. They still need to be mannered. They still need to be trained by us, the older generation. And I am talking directly now to people in their homes, in their offices, because I know the person here, that the children who you have, 0 to 18, you have an obligation to take care of them. And the issue of ensuring that these children are able to live a proper life and take their pride of place in society is an obligation which all of us have. Imagine a girl has to serve a sentence of 25 years. There is another matter at the approved school in which the young boy is sentenced to 75 years. 15 years each for various counts. He went into approved school at 16. And now, as Legal Aid Board, we are going to Court of Appeal on most of these matters. Already, the research and the background work has started. I'll also take this opportunity to not only thank UNICEF, but to also appeal to social and psychological institutions to visit the approach school. Because, for instance, this boy who initially was told he was to serve 75 years, not knowing that he is to serve 15 years, has developed a serious trauma and psychosocial outlook. He is withdrawn. He does not play anymore with his colleagues. He is no longer interested in life. And he thinks he should commit suicide. So as at yesterday, when we held the meeting within the Legal Aid Board office in Freetown, after the team of lawyers came from the school, it became apparent that there's a lot of work we need to do. There are some who are fined, and those fines cannot be paid. Imagine, you are relatives, friends. All the relations decide to desert a child because the child is in conflict with the law. It is very important for us to engage relatives and friends of juveniles who go bad. Because to begin with, where were we us when those children started going bad? What did we do? How did we reform them? A child should be brought up in a home. What atmosphere did we create for those children to be in homes? What kind of company are these children keeping? We send children to school. We do not follow up whether they are in schools. We send children to go and maybe buy or do things which they are not supposed to buy. For instance, things like alcohol, cigarettes, and in prohibited areas like dens of gambling, prostitution, and what have you. And in all these areas, we like to send children. Children do not come home till late in the evening. Where do we stand on those issues? So as Legal Aid Board, we are going to escalate the campaign on children in conflict with the law. What are the background issues? What are the exploitation? What are the abusive issues? Because a child is a child. A child should be treated as a child. This morning, as I reflected on the theme, I thought of child songs, children's songs. I thought of children poetry. Even in the religious books, children are children. You know, when I was thinking, I thought of the hymn, God make my life a little song, feed the world to grow. And these children are our children who are going to replace us tomorrow. And they come for protection in Legal Aid Board offices. We have thousands of cases of husbands not paying maintenance. Just this morning, a woman was crying that with 6 children, the husband drove her out of the house. So we have to talk to our men, we have to talk to our women. For those of you who are doing ADR, for those of you who are in the courts, we have to talk to our judiciary, because some of these sentences really, they are too much. A child is a child. We are very hopeful that the judiciary will hear us. Sentencing children with adults with the same sentence in mixed trials should be looked into. Robbery with aggravation is one of the heavy charges. But if you sentence a child for a period of up to 75 years, what future has that child. So we are talking about witness protection today. And it's very important, protecting child witnesses when they come to legal aid board offices. So we're training our staff. We're also using this opportunity to train the public to be interested in children's issues, to work with organizations which are operating in children, like Save the Children, like UNICEF, like so many CBOs, NGOs, CSOs. So when you go into the community and you're working in the community, especially for you legal aid board staff, you have to open your eyes, you have to open your ears. You have to be able to have safe conferences with children. You have to be able to protect the children. Issues like bail, remand, jail. Can you imagine when you say there is a jail for children? It means that the society is failing. So, as Legal Aid Board, we have joined hands together with UNICEF, with other organizations dealing with children. And hopefully next year, we're going to be doing more, as that forms part of our strategic plan. Legal aid for children and the aged, the retired, is automatic. I know our attention is focused on the adult population, especially in the jails and the cells. But we cannot afford to forget children. We cannot afford to prioritize children. Per day alone, we do over 10 cases pertaining to children in legal aid board offices. Virtually all of these offices. Each of these offices. Either you see the women come with the children, or some relative come with the children, child custody issues, broken up relationships where the child does not know where to live, parents busy putting children up against other parents, homes are scattered because of that, marriage is scattered because of that. Women who are childless, who bring up children, they make sure they make their lives chaotic. And really, giving birth is one thing, but raising the child is very, very important. Whether they men be pikin. Train up a child in the way it should grow. So when it is old, it cannot depart from it. Education begins at the mother's knee. For every word spoken within the hearing of the child tends towards the formation of character. Some of us, we wake up in the morning, we exhibit nothing but violence in our homes, in front of our children. We are abusive, we are violent, we don't care, we fight. We make ourselves to be bad parents and not role models. And don't forget, children are copycats. And the people they copy more are those who gave birth to them. As you grow older, you come to realize it. As you grow older, your parents realize it. You will hear some parents say, when you do that day, I don't even talk to them because I see me self I am. I'm not saying I'm in behavior now issues. I just left her. Which means your behavior must always be conditioned. Society's behavior must always be conditioned. So to those of you who are listening to me, who are watching, what is happening in your home regarding the children you have? Even if they are not your children, these are men pikin. You have food in the home, You have one type of food for your own children and other people. You have a different type of food for people or children you did not give birth to. When it comes to resources in the home, you buy everything for your children. You buy virtually nothing for the child who is adopted, the main pikin. Are we fair? Are we right? And some of us are highly religious people. We are doing our 5 daily prayers. Some of us are imams. Some of us are pastors. Some of us are wives of pastors, wives of imams, of big people in this country. You don't think what you're doing is something you can get away with. Because the person you have is a born human being who is going to grow up and who is going to be a testimony as to good or bad. That they want be delta, that's why you hold me. Not a better person. That they want they to he help I make a timapsu. We hear the stories every day, and it's getting worse. The number of children behind bars is increasing. Lawlessness.
Other policy wey been talk wey dey tinap tranga one for pikin dem na Millicent Kamara wey dey work for UNICEF. Na child protection specialist na UNICEF. UNICEF dey work tranga one with all the organization dem for help pikin dem. Millicent say you no go know how pikin dem dey suffer pass you go na dem corner area dem, some side dem upline. He say pikin dem came panic and afraid, bad one wey dem get trouble. Wey dem kin dey na cell or na jail. That na the pikin jail wey na approved school. Millicent say waiting for do for see say pikin dem no go through the formal justice system. More so the one dey way small, where they commit small crime them. He say pikin their own crime then na community business for join them, for judge them, na community system for use for correct pikin them. He say not to the justice system. He say na that make pikin them they suffer and pikin them they ambug and pikin them they go learn more bad things them and make them they do more bad. He say if dem can sentence pikin go 75-year jail na salon, it means say salon people they not understand who da na pikin and they no know how for protect pikin them. Violence don't buck up on the pikin them. Millicent say violence like rape, where dem can married pikin wey 18 year age, where dem call child married, and na dan the legal aid board don't warn una for trafficking, FGM and other one them. All that don't make boku pikin them left school. When they say trafficking, you where they go take pikin come on upline, say they can't put her in school. You put her in a treat for sell ice block and water. You don't traffic the pikin because you not get proper arrangement with the pikin and people there, you not gonna court, you go lie give them, the law go hold you. Millicent say make we join on and help them pikin here, make we fet them bad thing here where they happen to them pikin here. One question where Millicent they ask all man and be asked na the workshop. He been say who that we want for another country give people them Tumara Bambai we not all sobe. He say if we not help with picking them for all sobe, now people that we not all sobe, now go another country give Tumara Bambai where we go down all. He say if not drop out there we want another country give Bambai Tumara. So he say, make we make up, make we make sure say we picking the lamb book, and make we protect them for tomorrow bye.
Hey kids, let us see what Johnny is up to. Johnny, Johnny, yes papa, eating sugar, no papa, telling lies, no papa, open your mouth, ha ha ha. Johnny, Johnny, yes papa, eating sugar, no papa, telling lies, no papa, open your mouth, ha ha ha. Johnny, Johnny, yes papa, eating sugar, no papa, telling lies, no papa, open your mouth, ha ha ha. Isn't Johnny a naughty little boy?
One pandy lawyer them, waking tinap for picking them more. That's na lawyer Joel Din Tarawali say, waiting shock and bad one. Now where he ask for data, that na for make them know almost picking them at treat, almost picking the sleep na table, almost they sleep outside. He say where he ask for that data they for treat picking them, nobody no able give them. He say always alone. Na country we don't sign pan boku treat them for picking them. Still, salon no reach usai all man for reach yet. For make them go say salon don't do well pan picking business. So it in up Trangawan and say do ya let the government and let the one they work with picking them and all man na this country join on for help picking them. He say we picking them Bokuna treat. He say that can bring danger. He say na that make child soldiers them in Boku because na treat them pull them. Treat picking them. He say so if we don't do pandem Boku international treaty them, yeah, make we make sure say we save team up like other country them for help we picking them. It says along the Child Right Act, we show say we na sober people them for picking them. He say the act no more not just they show you the picking their right to. He say but they talk about the responsibility themselves. He say them be passed inside 2007. Lawyer didn't say not to for the fed for picking them. We the do and bad no more. He say but we for tinap tranga one make them not one bad. Yes. So now them call proactiveness. Lawyer Kumba we say most of the tinap for picking them a court. Say all we legal aid board get a mandate for tinap for the accused people them. But legal aid board also get the ADR. We same also get the ADR when at the alternative dispute resolution where then go take for team up for picking them. He say again if he camp and come then go forget the mandate little bit and team up for picking them and prosecute anybody where Hamburg picking. Lawyer Kumba say picking them we can get trouble ki Hamburg bad one. Say but you for take them Saful catch monkey. Watch and good for know if na criminal or not a criminal. Not judge and quick. He say no for all panam. No all pan picking. Say but na for make a get confidence. You for treat him like big person. Treat him with respect. And you go tell you the truth. One no go left behind. lawyer Ibrahim Tolly, where they Waterloo, in self, if he camp and come aid the team up, all we lawyer them first of all the team up for picking them. He says some witness, then he make one mat, because then he threaten them. He say witness na person, way for protect. He say because na him been day, he see all waiting happen, and I get for can explain them. Because then get for ask an a court, we go make the case make sense. He say you for protect witness, if even he get for go give evidence against you, he say you no get right for go accuse them or for go threaten them. Say you can get trouble by that. He say good things then they when a picking them can be witness, because na them plenty and na them can they all side. Say picking then can team up, then mama and then papa the fet. If something happen, na then na the witness. He say so do ya, then can witness then they who say papa ki wound mama or bad thing happen. He say let we not put picking then that side day. So let we tap violence now us. All that they ambog the picking them. The legal aid board workman them been divided to different group them. For talk about how for work this work stronger one for protect picking them. Them agree say picking not for married. Because now some parts now this country plenty side and they hide the married picking. Some tribe then they where they hide the married picking, if then catch you, believe me, Gilead no go do for you. All them papa for support them picking them, and all man for behave like good person. All mama for behave like good mama. All picking for go school, behave like good picking. People for report them bad thing them. Like them people the way they put picking per FGM where they not 18 or 8. Government don't talk am say Bamba Kaya cannot go miss you. He say not for afraid for go tell police where you see them they do picking bad.
Man.
If they talk about tonight,
you want sermon, man?
You know the way they say no forget violence during
you want sermon, man?
Before the election.
Man wants guys.
Okay, you go catch and I say
you want sermon, man?
Don't go.
You are hereby sentenced to 25 years imprisonment for stabbing with intention to kill.
mama? So now you born that pikin wey been took him copy per main man in rally? Yes. Oh, then they cannot come when the person not been die. Because if the person be die, na life imprisonment. Look now, main man in the corn with the rally, he pikin, then don't sentence am 25 years. Do ya mama? How much years did I pikin they want so?
20 years.
Oh, 20 plus 25. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, 20 plus 25. Now 45. Say begin the comment in the door. It could not turn the adult. Oh!
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
The accusation was illegal there because they fed for the poor one there.
Legal?
Yes.
Whether you are in hand with AYB, where them been they tell people that they want them, let party not make violence pan this 2018 election. Now there they go. I want to see them.
You come round, warn you pikin, you brother, your uncle, you cousin, you buddy, you sister. Let them avoid violence. Ban this 2018 election. This message they come to you from Legal Aid and AYV Television.
You when a pikin, this program, that workshop day, now for tinap for you. But remember say, when then they eat water, now you back, you serve for the crop. You not picking no, but you get your questions the way you are asked. You not picking no, but you fall out for your reward. Yes, me and Una go can talk the balance really. This na Christmas. And this now wonderful Christmas will be for all the picking. Una clap for una self. All the picking Legal Aid board day for una. For Tina Tranga one for. Yes. Today I go come show una somebody. Yes. We go come answer una question there. In name na I want to talk, but call you party them first. Call all you party them, make all man can see them. Make I tell you now. In name, make a call them. Boss, Milord, Council, come. The beginning they wait for you. Now ready, eh? They come. It come. 90s, yes. 9 Peking Council. Yes, that means say, na lawyer for them picking them. He ready for ask for answer all your question where you want ask. So I go. Okay, Peking Council say for tell una I do make una know say a glady for deal with una today. Yes, sir. He say for tell una say he don't hear about salon picking them from where he dey abroad say salon picking them na good picking them and salon picking them then they listen to what the Legal Aid board they tell them for do. How Legal Aid board they tell them for behave. Exactly so. He say una them picking them. The best thing una go do them like now, where una small so, na for behave una self and una try for land book. You know like one. It say any picture where they cake, na self it they do. Because where you not learn, you go you see where you not learn, you go regret them because you no go get work. Tomorrow you not go able to turn up for yourself. Exactly so. He said that they talk on a different side them. Say, salon picking them, they can go put themselves outside they're not there. Outside they're not supposed for them. This is another good point. He say like where the election they cancel. He say Pekin not for mixed by election. Because election business na big people in business. See na big people in business. He say if you pick you grab you go mix by election, something go happen, then go and lie by you. So where you can see people and they go there rally, no go there, say like you no go there. See because people and go there, then go and lie by you say, now that picking then I check that poster. Make a tremble. He say, make a tell you now say, all them courts the way they not open, way they call electoral courts. If you not picking, you go do bad, you go check poster, or you go jog phone, then catch you, then can you go to that court day, then go punish you, and the law go bet you tkanga one you go feel am. He say all this year we don't practice as lawyer, he can talk to picking them. He say so no go put some pandemic things them day. Sit down a host to your mama and your papa. Okay. For true, he say na so one picking make tranga stay. How we dey police tranga where they want fetch no more where the man is the French stick we get nil. Where one whopping company, see na company balance am. He say wait happen. Now one picking in back. If you see blood, pass where they rush car go hospital. You will let that happen to you. For true? Really? This one I wonder. He say make hide them. He say some picking they can die. Yes, if the way they're not able to be away they can wound them. So until the way they fire gun, so until the some picking they can die in some country then. Yes. He say so do ya they beg you. Make you not go put tamper election business so said all them things then they can ambog the country. How will they ambog the Pekin say how will they ambog the country? Yes. Okay, I understand. He say where you picking, where them put you school, you know, go school, where you big tomorrow, we work not there for you. You begin say, man, they're not glad. You go and go turn thief man, you and go turn click, job boss. You say all that now they above the country. You say where you know Lambook, you not go understand. You go begin like youth man no get work. But youth man no get work. Where is small, I make them put you school. Go school let you learn. You where they not put school, God will help you. You go able learn small trading and you go able for go adult education. Yeah, you see, you them picking, una them picking them. You say make una not tire for obey una parents them. You say do ya let una not put on pants something way they can't tell una about. That's narrative. This na perfect lawyer. He say don't find out say una de lily picking them. Na this tramadol una de pan. Say do ya make una pull up on this tramadol because this na Christmas time. Make una pull on the Jesus Christ don't burn this time for can save all them picking them so you for enjoy your Christmas quietly and for listen to it legally but they tell you say no mix pan politics, no go dance, no go dance pan any political rally make them no go Hamburg you dey obey mama. Yes. He say one thing back where he dey talk. He say do ya una them picking them. He say where they kid don't make them eat. He say no dog candy. No dog candy where they no give you not safer. So picking them yes. It's illegal late but not like we will not picking it. We not go na court, we not go appear na court. It says when I make we give you legal education. Legal aid board like picking them. Illegal education where they go now this Christmas. All their holiday say take them, no go dance devil, no go na political rally. You not picking political meeting self no go. If you not picking, wait if man they give use for pass over people win that not one. Say because when the danger can you then go cage. He say he wish you all happy new year.
The people need justice, and everybody needs some justice. And we got to have justice. Oh, every people need some justice. Lord, justice. Don't need the ghetto, we need justice. And we got to have.
People they suffer injustice in this country. My last visit to the correctional center. Can you imagine freezing somebody for 4 good years without trial?
Seriously, it's pathetic. People then they suffer injustice in this country. According to TIT reports, now some of them live in there, so they make this game work out.
Really? As lawyers of Legal Aid Board, we will stand for justice for the poor people in this country. Imagine that gentleman in court. Police go charge him with frequency. Oh my God. That case not even fit for the court safe. I will tell you.
And everybody needs some justice. And we got to have justice. Oh, every people need some justice.